But also I don't sit there and go, I didn't hit 4 posts, for fuck's sake. Do you think in business people, and this is kind of more a mindset thing about like, they don't start the podcast, they don't start video, they don't start posting, they don't build the momentum, they don't start whatever it is, right? Do they do that from is it just the, what if someone else thinks of me, or is it still a tech issue?
I still think that there's a tech issue there. There's also an overwhelm issue. It's like we're told that we have to do all of the things. We don't have to do all of the things. And people, I think, like they see me as somebody who is very heavily into visibility, and they're like, Maddie's on every social media platform. She's got her own podcast. She's always on other people's podcasts. She writes books. She does speaking gigs. She's got a radio show. She's got all of these things. I'm manifesting the radio show, by the way.
I'd argue you already got a radio show. You got a podcast.
Yeah,
it's already a radio show.
Yeah, kind of the same. So they see me doing all of those things, and they're like, oh my God, that looks fucking exhausting. I don't want to do that. And it's like, because that's my hyper-focus, and I love social media, and I love visibility, and I love doing all of these things, that's why I do all those things. I could still very easily put like 100% of my efforts into one platform and still have very good success with it.
Do you think that people worry about volume?
Yes. One of my biggest questions is how many times a day should I be posting?
And does that matter?
No, I don't think so. Consistency is what matters. So whatever consistency means to you, whether that is once a day, whether that is, posting 3 times a week, whether it's posting 3 times a day.
But for me, I also think it's like, when I have no client work, I can post 6 times a day. When I'm in client delivery mode for half the day, I can only post once or twice a day. So, right, I'm still posting,
but you're not posting as much.
But like when I'm here filming, I'm having to travel, I'm having to do this. I'm not in my office, sat there on the computer. So my posts will be less, right? But that's why I batch content. That's why I
Exactly. Yeah.
But also, I don't sit there and go, I didn't hit 4 posts, for fuck's sake.
But this is the thing. It's not how many times you do it. It's the quality of what you do when you do it.
Yeah, of course.
And it's also like just bearing in mind that output reflects input.
Yeah.
So if you post more, you will more than likely get more clients. If you show up more, you will more than likely make more business, make more money. And if you are posting once a week on one social media platform, you're probably not going to be getting to your ideal clients unless you're out there and you're networking 24/7.
Yeah.
Which, there are other ways of doing it rather than showing up online every single day. But it's the consistency, it's the output, and then you'll see a return on investment based on what you put into that.
But it's also, because I think we're so, and I did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about, like, we're so in the business world, we're so hyperly focused on, I need ROI. And I'm just like, yeah, but you're outputting an amount and your revenue's like driven by 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, whatever it is. So in the nicest way possible, why do you give a shit about ROI? Because clearly it's working.
Absolutely.
Right?
I obviously give a little bit of a, like for example, like I got invited to speak at quite a big event. It was a big investment, like 15 grand. I'm like, ooh, that's a really good opportunity because there's going to be like thousands of people there and it's going to be really great. But then I thought about it. If somebody gave me, and this is again one of my money rules, if somebody gave me 15 grand and said you can spend this on anything, would I spend it on that? And my answer was no. If I had 15 grand to grow my business, I would strategically think about where to put that.
Yeah.
I would probably put some of that on ads. I would probably put some of that on like promoting my book on Amazon, things like that. And I just thought, you know what? What could 15 grand do for me? I could stand up in front of a room full of people and speak and maybe walk away with 5 clients. Or I can go and put 15 grand on Facebook ads and I can walk away with 70 clients. Which one am I rather going to do? So from that perspective, I look at ROI. However, I also don't look at it at all. So I'm very much a passion, purpose, and kind of pleasure, I guess, type of person. So profit to me, as long as I am paying my bills, I'm living the life that I want to, my staff are getting paid, my bills are getting paid, I couldn't give a flying fuck how much money I make.
Yeah.
And by me having that attitude, but also having very, very low costs. The only things that I really pay for are things like advertising, but I don't do traditional advertising. I mean, when I say advertising, I mean things like I'll go to an expo and I'll have like a stand at an expo, or I will have like something where, like, you know, maybe I'll pay for like to hire this podcast studio, for example. So my costs are still fairly low, and in my first year of business I made 100 grand.